So I'm getting a full punch in the face.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Like this has you know what? Do you think maybe it's the nasally stuff that's not allowing it to do its thing? Ooh, the retro is going to be fun.
Sale con moco.
The retro is just like, it leaves this very fresh, like moist feeling, like right. Oh,
yeah.
Welcome everybody to episode 30 of Triple A Cigars. Arturo,
Ambrose,
and
wait,
the hell?
Alcohol.
Did you forget the alcohol?
Never.
Oh, I'll forget you before I forget the alcohol.
That's for sure.
So you should know what we're gonna smoke and drink if you've seen not just the last episode, but pretty much if you've been following us for a while. You'll have a pretty good idea, but we didn't bring them out just in case you don't know. It'll be a bit of a surprise. What we decided we were gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and take these off because I find it's weird for me. Plot twist, you guys. Those are glasses. That's just his face.
It's adhered to my face.
He wears his sunglasses at night. Anyway, we decided we're gonna go through our top list of 2023. I know technically it's already like 2 weeks in. By the time you watch this, it's like probably February, but you can do a full year review
if you're drunk.
That's it. That's it. You can't wake up hungover. But yeah, you can't do a full review if you're not drunk. So let's start drinking. No, we can't drink it. Let's hurry up because I want to drink and smoke. Damn it!
It's about that time.
I sound nasally because I'm still like getting over this crap.
And if you remember from last episode, he had it too.
I did? No, I didn't.
Yeah.
I wasn't sick.
Yeah, the bijassness, right?
Oh no, that's permanent. That's not a sickness. That's a characteristic. That's not a sickness. That doesn't go away. There's no pill for that shit. So let's push through these top 5 lists real quick so that we can start drinking and smoking because what did I do? Oh, I know what I did.
So
where do you want to start?
So the cigar list. Yeah, let's start with the cigar list. This is our top 5 cigars that we smoked throughout the year on the show.
Individually, not like we agreed. This is your top 5, my top 5.
Yeah, so it's we haven't seen our list. We don't know what's on it, but these are the top 5 that I picked that I smoked on this show throughout the year. Because we could have done a yearly, but that would have been like endless because we smoked so much cigars.
It'd be like a 5-hour show, which we wouldn't mind. But
yeah.
All right, go ahead. You want to start?
Yeah, I'll start it. Number 5, the Cohiba Black.
Oh shit! Okay, I'm not too surprised. I don't know. I guess I could be surprised either way. Like I'm surprised that it's even on your list.
Yeah,
and that it's that low. So I don't know. I'm stuck. Anyway,
it was kind of hard for me to figure out the top. that cigar, that particular cigar was hard for me to put on the list any higher than 5 because there were, of course, other 4 that I like better.
Okay, that makes sense. I could see it. So if it hadn't been for those other 4, it could have
possibly been higher. Yeah,
I got you. Okay, are we gonna go back and forth?
Yeah, we'll go back.
I don't think that's a good idea because I actually have ties. I know that's well. Okay, here was my mentality. I left it as a tie so that you can maybe give me some feedback, and then I could maybe decide from there. So why don't you just do your top 5
all the way to number 1?
How about do your top 4, and then we'll each do our because at that point we pretty much know what our number 1 is.
Okay, so number 4 was the Plasencia Colorado Claro. That's the green label, the Plasencia, the hexagon.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
That one by far has always been one of my favorite Plasencias.
Okay.
And it's always, it's a really good go-to when I can find it and when it's readily available. I'll smoke the crap out of that one. Number 3, the Quesada Oktoberfest Salomon Pressed. Now, yeah. So that cigar, we smoked it multiple times during Oktoberfest, prior to Oktoberfest, and after Oktoberfest. So pairing it kind of paired with everything. It was very medium, all around smoke. It was, I guess the best part of it was being able to drink beer with it. So it was very easy. I don't know. It was an all around great smoke.
Okay.
That was number 3. So keep going. Number 2, the Liga Privada 10th anniversary. That's my number 2.
Holy shit! If that's the case, then I can't figure out for the life of me what's your number 1.
Number 1 is gonna be one that I smoked and was like amazed after I smoked it, and then luckily enough, we smoked it here on our show. Do you want me to go to the number 1, or you're gonna go through your top?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do the number 1.
Are you ready?
Yes.
You better not change yours. The Quesada Vega Magna.
Okay.
That was my number 1 cigar pick of the year.
Interesting.
Yeah. That one, Hector, kindly enough, presented it to me a couple months before we had it on our show. So, and then I smoked it again. And then I think Uggy smoked it again. And then we smoked it on the show.
One last time.
Last time we smoked it on the show.
Before the last one, before the show.
But that one, these top 5 are on the show. These top 5, if they're, I consider them box worthy. So these are cigars that I would easily buy a box of. That's kind of like the realm that I put my top 5 in. Something that I'll easily smoke and something that I'll buy a box of. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I'm half listening and half looking over here. We have completely different lists. There is one cigar that we each have on our top 5s. The rest of them are completely different.
Well,
so mine's
take it away, Johnny.
Like I said, mine's a little retarded. I have a tie for 4th. So you need to give me some feedback so I can kind of put them in the right order.
Okay.
I have the Colorado Lancero.
Is number 5?
Tied for 4th.
Oh.
So depending on which one you give me feedback on, I can say which one's 4th and which one's 5th.
Okay.
The Colorado Lancero and the H99.
Ooh, the H99 almost made my list. Damn, that's tough.
Because I really like the Lancero. I just can't. The reason that I have it tied, my natural instinct is to say that that's number 5 and the H99 is number 4. The reason I hesitate is because I don't know if I'm being biased. Because that was a hell of an episode. I mean, our first official guest, great, company, great pairing.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I need to have it again.
You want to hear the tiebreaker?
Yes.
We drank Blanton's with that H99.
I know. That's another reason. I'm like, how? But see, that to me puts the H99 above because I didn't like the Blanton's, but the smoke was still so good that it's on my brain as one of the top 5.
Yeah.
So for that reason, I'll say the Colorado Lancero is 5 and the H99 is 4. My number 3 was the M81.
It was tough not to put that one on the list.
That one, as people that have watched so far, I don't shut up about the Cohiba Black. I don't shut up about the M81. Like those 2 cigars and the other one that's actually on the list. So that's number 3. Tied for number 1. This is the other tiebreaker.
Oh, shit.
I have the Liga 10th anniversary.
Okay.
And the Cohiba Black.
Oof.
I think I know my answer already and see, you tell me if I'm wrong. I'm thinking the Cohiba Black is actually number 2, believe it or not, even though I won't shut up about it. And the Liga is number 1 because the Liga, I can literally right now tell you, like, I remember smoking it. I remember enjoying it. The Cohiba Black right now is more of a myth.
Yeah.
I know that I liked it, but I've talked about it so much that I think it's just biased at this point. But I do know that I enjoyed the shit out of it.
Yeah.
And I know for a fact that I didn't really enjoy it because we had it with the stupid Johnny Walker.
That's true.
So for it to be still that good with a Johnny Blue, I want to say but it's more, like I said, of a myth at this point. So I'm leaning towards Cohiba Black is actually number 2 and the Liga is actually number 1.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
So I'll go with that.
So.
It's the Colorado Lancero, the H99, the M81, the Cohiba Black, believe it or not, and then the Liga 10th anniversary.
And I really like that H99. I would put it under honorable mention, because I really like that smoke. So it'd probably be like number 6 or 7 on my list. But that list is perfect. Yeah.
And that's actually another thing that I was just thinking right now. At this point, I want to have the Cohiba Black again to see if I'm right, but I want to have the Liga because I know I'm right.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? So we'll see. I don't know.
That's our top 5. That's his top 5.
That's
my
our
top
top
5.
fives.
Our top 5s
You
of
want
the
me
year.
to start off the drinks?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So for my 5th place for drinks, the M72. I don't remember for sure if it was listed as just a straight American whiskey. I believe it was. There's no bourboniness to it, so
Okay.
I'm gonna lean towards that because I'm not much of a bourbon guy. You're not gonna see very many bourbons on this list. As a matter of fact,
There's none.
maybe not. Number 4, believe it or not, was Michter's.
Okay.
Another American whiskey.
Mhm.
I was super impressed by it. I'd love to have it again, but we just had other things that were just almost mind blowing, if you will.
Yeah.
Now that's number 4. I have a tie for second place. And
What is it with you and ties?
well, because
you don't even wear ties.
True. This one will make a lot of sense though,
Okay.
because we had 2 Macallans.
Yes.
We had the double and the sherry.
Mm-hmm.
I can't decide between the 2. I would need to. Conveniently, I would need to have a tasting of both.
Okay. Why not? Let's do it. Be right back.
Does that make sense? Yeah. And we're drunk.
It does make sense.
Naturally, I want to say the sherry is number 2 and the double is number 3 because I've had the sherry so recently and it's fresh in my mind that I really enjoyed it. But if I remember correctly, I was practically having an orgasm with the double as well.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason that this one I can't break. I'm gonna have to wait until another time. It's a close second and third because they're both Macallans. Now, of course, the number 1 for me, the Balvenie. I'm not a bourbon guy. I'm more of a Scotch guy. So that was, to me, I actually worked this list backwards. I was like, I already know Balvenie's number 1.
Yeah.
And then I looked at the other ones. I'm like, I like this, I like that, and I'm like, the like I said, the Macallans, I couldn't decide. But the M72 and the Michters, they were really close. But I'm like, as much as I won't shut up about the M72,
Yeah.
I've had the M72 since, and it's like dropped a little bit. But the Michters, it still holds that.
Good.
It's still the. So,
well,
bourbon,
I'm a
and bourbon
guy. I'm a bourbon guy, but
oh, there's a but.
But this list is like very almost one-sided, which is crazy.
Wait,
yeah,
it's one-sided with a but.
With a but.
Interesting. Okay,
so I love Woodford.
Okay,
Right? Double Oak is my favorite, which we did not have on the show. We had the Woodford Master Distiller Select, the Total Wines Select bottle. We had that one early on in the year. I mean, actually, that was the first of the year that we had it with, that we had on the show. But I really, really liked the pairing with the Woodford Reserve Malt, the Blue Label. So that's my number 5.
That makes sense.
Number 4 is Yamazaki Single Malt Japanese Whiskey 12 year.
That was that's probably my number 6. It's right there. I just couldn't put it over the M72.
And it just, the complexity was phenomenal.
Fuck, you're gonna talk me into changing it.
You can't. You're done.
Yeah.
Number 3 is the Blackened Batch 72 Seasons.
Okay.
So I had to put that one on the list because it was just so good.
Over the Yamazaki.
Over the Yamazaki, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, this is a whole lot of butt.
Number 2.
Wait, 2? Oh, that's right. Woodford, Yamazaki, and then the M72. Okay.
The Balvenie.
Okay.
Balvenie made number 2.
What the fuck do you have in number 1?
The Macallan Sherry Cask.
Okay. So you remember well enough to put it over the double? That does make sense, though, because the sherry would be sweeter, which would be bourbon-ish.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's not bourbon-y, but the sweetness.
Yeah. But I've always liked this sherry. I've always liked that Macallan 12. And that one, I always put it over the double cask.
Okay.
The blue box. So the black box over the blue box. But that's just been me. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I had already been after that box for more than half the year.
Really?
Yeah. So when we finally had it, I was like,
you planned that episode just so that you could have some of it.
Yeah,
Got
I
it.
did.
Well played, sir.
I did.
Well played.
No, but it had always been one of my favorites because I've had it before. I had it prior, year, the last year and the year before that I've had it. You know what I mean? So I knew I liked it. And you had it too.
Mm-hmm.
But you had it at the shop.
Yeah.
You remember that day, right? We were drinking bourbon. And then I was like, hey, you want some Macallan? Try this one. You drank it. Then you went back to the bourbon and you told me, you suck.
Yeah.
I hate you.
Yeah, pretty much. Which you do suck, and I do hate you. Because that was brutal. That was not a good idea. Not only because it ruined the taste of the Macallan, but also because Scotch and bourbon, and then I think it had beer as well.
Probably. Because you always have beer.
I always have beer. So, yeah, that was not fun.
So that's our list.
I'm a little surprised that you're not surprised that the Oktoberfest wasn't on my top 5.
It almost, I could say that would be my honorable mention because,
for sure.
I mean, the beers that we had were amazing. Well, the majority of the beers were amazing.
No, I'm saying the cigar.
Oh, no, for real. Yes, you know what? Yeah, that does make a lot of sense. Honorable mention?
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
It was easily a contender. The only reason that it wasn't is because I've had it since with other things other than the Oktoberfest, and it just didn't hit the same.
Well, now that you got some Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm. As somebody said something about a barbecue. I'm just saying. Somebody said something about a cookout. I'm like, I'm waiting.
Right.
I don't know. It can sit there. I don't mind. I don't mind it just collecting dust in the meantime. So anywho, those are our top 5s, but we're gonna save our top 5 pairing for once we get started with this. So that being said,
yeah,
there's a cigar that it's polar opposite. I mean, it's still on the list, but it's my number 2 technically. And it's your number 5.
Yes, but it still made our top 5.
Yes, but it's a cigar that I won't shut up about.
We both don't.
But I mean,
as much as you talk about it, you know what I mean. You stopped, and then I started. So
yeah, pretty much.
It kind of went hand in hand.
So that's the reason. Okay, tell me the story of how I decided this pairing and not we.
I don't know. Just kind of.
Okay, so what would your suggestion have been?
You know what? I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe that's one of the reasons that I kind of just
you
was
didn't have an answer, so you just went with mine?
I went with yours, and it sounded pretty reasonable, and I said, okay, let's just do it.
Okay.
I think it wasn't no like twisting my arm or anything like that. Not in that sense.
And you said I was about to say the drink, but
yeah.
Okay, so it was number 2?
Yes.
So so that one makes more sense.
Yeah. So I mean, it was there. It was there.
I didn't have a chance to look up the difference. Apparently, we learned that there's a Cohiba Black and a Cohiba Black CB Jackson edition. Yeah. Which you said the regular one or the other one is.
It looked darker. It looked darker, yeah, because I was looking at both of them and I'm like, this one, I should have taken a damn picture.
This looks like King Kong's pinky soul.
Right.
That's scary that the other one was darker. But anyway, the cigar of choice is the Cohiba Black. We both noticed, like I said.
Now I'm going to throw it at you.
It actually goes flying.
Whoops. Damn.
We'll put that there. So, that being said,
we also agreed.
Yeah, we agreed to pair it with his number 2, my number 1. Dude, I have a shitty memory. What was your number 1?
The sherry.
The sherry, that's right. The sherry over the Balvenie? That's almost blasphemous. Well, I don't know. This is actually a good time to do this.
Yes.
Because we just had the sherry cask, so I'll have a much better comparison. I don't know if I should say it. I don't think it matters. We have a script of sorts, so now we can say Arturo.
Oh. Ambrose.
And now we have alcohol. Sigh of relief. So anyway, that's our pairing. This is a cigar that mostly we don't shut up about, mostly I, and the drink of choice. Cigar size Vitola.
Oh,
take it away. All right, perfect.
Yes.
So, moving on.
It's a 5.5 by 50.
Thank you, labels.
I forgot to check.
Hey, there you go. As long as you know what it is.
Right.
It's a little bit ahead, but I'll jump to my cold draw while you do look it up so that we have something to fill the space. Ooh. Ah, damn it. It's so close. that taste that I'm always talking about. It's vinegary, because I'm getting that apple juice that I mentioned on the other one. I'm getting that a little
apple
bit.
juice or more like cider.
Cidery,
The
cidery, which is close to vinegary, no? Yeah, so that's what it is. That's the thing that I keep mentioning all the time. That I'm like, it's like chemically, but I can't figure it out. Now I know what it is. It's like a cider,
like a cider vinegary. It's acidy, almost like acid.
Yeah, that's what it is. Because this one has it, but it's a little more appley than the others. Okay, all right.
The Cohiba Black is drafted from a jet black Connecticut broadleaf Maduro wrapper and an intricate recipe of Dominican and Mexican tobaccos. Medium bodied notes of cocoa, espresso beans, and hickory include a leathery texture and a sweet, lingering finish. Cohiba Black was blended to present optimal flavor from the famous Cuban Legacy brand in a Maduro wrapper that resonates in both taste and room note. Handcrafted for the what the fuck? Burgoyne
Palvergudo.
portfolio of General Cigar Company, Cohiba smokes tend to carry a spendy price tag. Oh my gosh. But should not go overlooked if you're still wanting to sample the iconic Cuban heritage brand. Okay, tell me what that says.
Short version. It's
See, it says Burgoyne. Hold on.
Burgeoning. Jesus Christ, you fucking illiterate bastard.
Oh, it's a verb. Begin to grow or increasingly rapid flourish.
Yeah, burgeoning, like coming to fruition type. Chingao.
Lingering finish.
Think it's your lingering finish right here. I want to say it does have quite a lingering finish because it lingered long enough for us to put it on our top, our top 5 and year end. So there we go. For some reason, I thought somebody was sneaking up on us. So, what else? What's your cold draw like?
I do get like a leathery taste, if that's what you want to call it.
Talkie, let's light.
If that's what you want to call it.
Because it's already 12. Give me half an hour.
So what do you think?
I think we should smoke it. Oh, about what?
It's exactly what I remember. Like, it's exactly what I remember the last time I
don't.
smoked it. Yeah.
If that's what it was, and come to think of it, I think this might have been one of the first ones, or the first one that I started mentioning that chemically taste.
Maybe.
So now I know what it is.
Because it was in a Rob Tubo.
Maybe. Who'd about it?
Squirrel. Look, it's by my door.
There's nothing up there, bro.
I was gonna say there's no nuts in that tree.
Right? We're vastly entertained with a squirrel.
Yeah. Take a picture real quick. Hold on. Sure, I can get him.
Get him.
He shot me.
He's posing. He's waiting. He's posing. He's like, "What's up? You gonna take the picture or not?" Anyway, fucking distractions like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first initial puff, which is not entirely true because I've already done it like 3 times. It is, knock on wood, it is not giving me that bitch-assness effect yet. I'm hoping it doesn't, but if that's an indication, I've come a long way.
Yeah.
I've come a long way because normally I'd be like, oh shit, it's going to be a tough one, which I remember it not being. I was like, holy shit, this is really good.
So I'm getting a full punch in the face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The bitch-assness has transferred. You know what? Do you think maybe it's the nasally stuff that's not allowing it to do its thing? Ooh, the fucking retro is going to be fun.
Sale con moco.
The retro is just like, it leaves this very fresh, like moist feeling, like right. Oh, that's
yeah.
Do you have the retro hell on here anyway?
Retro hell?
You don't have it on here.
I always forget the retro.
Okay, you want to get that over with?
Not yet, but
I kind of do.
It's 47 degrees outside.
Yeah, so it's a little chilly.
It feels like 41.
Anyway,
retro. Do it.
I thought you said not yet.
I don't know. I figured you were ready, so I'm ready too. I'm always ready. I was born ready.
I don't know if I got that same thing Okay, 2 things. I don't know if I got that same effect last time. And like I said, I am still nasally from the cold that I had. Very hot. That was very smoky hot, like what you would imagine from smoke.
Yeah. Maybe because it's cold outside and it's
I think it's a bad combination of bitch-assness, cold, but it wasn't bad. I think if under different conditions, I think I would have been like, oh shit, that was actually not as harsh as I expected it to be.
Yeah, not bad at all. Fairly good.
I don't know if it opened up anything as far as flavors or anything. And that's another thing. I'm really bummed out. I'm hoping that it's not my condition that's gonna ruin anything. But I'm not picking up a whole lot of flavors per se.
Nothing leathery, no spiciness, nuttiness. Me, I just get like leather. Like,
you know
that's
what?
the only thing that I'm getting right now.
Yeah.
Is like very, very like leathery.
Okay, so then my palate's not as messed up as I thought it would because that
I was gonna taste my wallet, but
yep, that's it.
I forgot it.
And then I'm gonna say yes, you're right, because I love the smell of leather.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's definitely
and it
coming out.
I used to have a candle in my room that was called leather, and I guess it had leather pieces in it when I was a kid, and that's kind of like what I kind of get like when I smell that candle, or just regular leather, like a leather jacket,
right,
or a fresh leather jacket, you know what I mean, that hasn't been sitting in your closet, that type of leather,
I got you.
So
I want to drink.
That's our first third.
Close.
Yeah.
Maybe one more puff. One more puff, and then we'll see where we're at.
Just a little puff. But it's good. I mean, this
really
first third is what I remember. It tastes a little fuller than I remember, but the fullness is up, but everything else is the same.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Okay. Which that could easily be explained by what you've had today, the difference between that and last time, what you ate, what you've been smoking, how the weather's been affecting. Because do you remember when we did that one? It was like March-ish, no?
I have the dates, but I'll tell you. April 27th.
Yeah, so March, April. There you go. So that's another thing, because right now it's more sicky, congested, but at that time it might have been more allergy.
Yeah.
So, I mean, as ridiculous as a lot of them, man up, but you know what? It matters. It makes a difference.
Yeah.
You're not going to tell me that there's a cigar that you have and is exactly the same every single time. If it is, then, well, great for you. I mean, shit, lucky you, because
the Cohiba Black. No, I'm just kidding.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's reminding me why it's at the close to the top of my list, if not top. Mm-hmm. Even though I said no, but yeah, it's tough, man. Because now
that Liga 10th is so good.
It was, and that's another thing, that because I was expecting a fairly regular Liga, which can kind of be hit or miss, because of course the number 9, phenomenal. Mm-hmm. The T52, I forget the other one.
Feral Pig.
No, the other one that has like
H99.
a letter. There's another one that has a letter. TF. I think it's a TF something. Mm-hmm. Anyway, those are not as good.
Yeah.
So I was kind of expecting something good, but like right in between good and great.
Yeah.
And that one just went like above and beyond. Like, no. This is not your new favorite Liga.
Yeah.
And they're right.
Yeah.
So that being said, our first third has come to a close. The next time you see us, we're getting some alcohol in our face.
Yeah. Okay. So you're reading, or I'm opening and you're reading? What?
What are we reading? Oh, I'll read it. As much as I get a kick out of you reading shit.
I know, dude. Ready?
What am I reading?
I don't know. Whatever. Balvenie. Oh.
The Balvenie Doublewood, the traditional crafts of malt whiskey making, still flourish at the Balvenie Distillery. The Balvenie Distillery has been owned and managed by the same independent family company for 5 generations. Not 1, 2, 3, or 4.
But 5.
5 generations.
5.
Nowhere else will you find a distillery that still grows its own barley, still malts in its own traditional floor maltings, and still employs a team of coopers that tend all the casks and a coppersmith to maintain the stills. Holy shit, I did not know that.
That's awesome.
The 5th rare craft is that of malt master David Stewart. Over 50 years of experience enables him to skillfully use different types of cask and different ages of spirit to craft the Balvenie range of single malts. Each expression has a distinctive taste, but all share a rich honey character. And you know what? I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right. Is it Balvenie or Balvenie? Everybody says Balvenie, but that doesn't sound right.
Yeah, everybody says Balvenie.
I think it's Balvenie.
So the last time I opened this, there was a little smoke that came out. So I was waiting. I was waiting for you to see if you could see it. You ready?
Yes. Because I remember you got all...
No smoke.
No. So you were full of shit last time you got it.
Whiskey Grail.
The Whiskey Grail.
Tell me when.
When what? Oh, when?
Well, I want to make sure.
Just to make sure we have...
So we're using these glasses. What are they called?
It is the Canadian Glencairn. There's a regular Glencairn, which is the tiny one. I was going to bring that one, actually, but I was like, no, it's only one. This one's two. I love the bottle. That's the other thing.
Right?
The bottle's really cool. But yeah, this is the version of the Glencairn, but a bigger version, which I think it still has the same effect, but not quite like the Glencairn, because the Glencairn is much smaller. But this one fits your nose perfectly in there while you do your thing.
Man,
what are you getting there, buddy?
It's good stuff.
What I also like is that for me, it's sorry about that noise. It allows a perfect pour because you're supposed to do like pretty much the halfway point, so it has enough space. Yeah, you went a little bit past, but whatever. But I think that's a good amount. Yeah,
I think about the same. Cheers.
I'm ready to get into it. I haven't
smelled it. For the smell of it.
That has, I don't remember that from last time, but that has forgive me if I'm being blasphemous here, but it has like a sangria. A sangrianess to it. A winey, fruity.
Does it say whiny bitch? Sorry.
There's a whiny bitchassness to it.
Bitchassness. Oaky, very oaky.
Yeah.
I can't pinpoint that
so
sweetness.
Stupid. Okay, we always have at least one really stupid comparison and shit. Yeah. And it's usually for me, I'm gonna say this is like if you put sangria in an oak cask.
Okay.
That's what I'm getting.
There is like a sweetness. I just can't pinpoint what that is.
Huge. That I think that's what the sangria that I'm talking about. It's like, again, stupid comparison, but it's like if you made a very sophisticated alcohol version of a fruit punch.
Okay, yeah.
Oh my god! I don't know how you put just smelling it. I don't know how you put the Macallan over this.
It was so soon.
I know exactly what it is. This one has a perfect combination of peatiness and oakiness.
Yeah.
That it's just absolutely perfect. Whereas the Macallan is just overall smooth. This one is smooth, but it has that woodiness, peatiness.
Peatier.
But it's not overwhelmingly peaty like the fucking Johnny Walker or other scotches. Yeah. That's why I love this so much. It's that woodiness.
Yeah, it's very oaky.
Oh my god, that's gonna blow my fucking mind.
Yep.
Either good or bad, actually. But oh my dude, and it's a perfect combination also of the woodiness and bourboning, that sweetness of a bourbon.
Okay, yeah.
Dude, I'm getting I love this fucking drink. I'm getting a nutty, fruity taste to it. Dude, oh my god, I cannot shut up about this fucking drink.
So the whiskey oak, because it's double wood, which is whiskey oak and sherry oak.
That's what it is.
The first cask is the whiskey oak. It says many years of maturation. In traditional whiskey, cask mellows the maturing spirit and imparts warming layers of vanilla spiciness. Okay, that's the sweetness is the vanilla that I get. The second cask was sherry oak. Further maturation and European oak sherry cask increases complexity, bringing fruity, honeyed depths of the resulting single malt. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Increases complexity, bringing fruity. So you know that type of that fruitiness. It reminds me of that sense of taste. I'm sorry. Let me go back. That taste that I get from the sherry, that sweetness. I don't know. It kind of like reminds me of the Yamazaki.
Ooh, okay. I could see that. Oh my god, dude! And it's making me nice and toasty on the inside.
I know, right? This we needed because it's too cold out here. The fine maturation.
And those are the tasting notes. So, cigar and liquor pairing. Again, we're going based on a little script here to kind of keep things a little more structured. But I always forget: is it a puff and then a drink for me?
I don't know. I'm gonna take 3 puffs. Wow.
It is
indubitably.
Indubitably.
Oh
my god, dude.
How about some smoked Balvenie? Roll it around. Whoops.
Did you just spill some?
I did.
That is a party foul. That's actually pretty cool.
Yes.
I'll include
please.
this. And
yours actually stayed. Mine didn't stay. Maybe because I was moving around.
No, I think you literally like blew it into there. I kind of like
roll it. You vomited smoke into your drink.
I kind of just because right now that the wind picked it up, it blew it out. Oh my god, dude, this. All right, so I think now is a good time that we can get into the pairings.
So this pairing is
okay. So yeah, that since we're on that note, pairings.
How do you feel about this pairing right now?
Let's get into the pairings first. The reason I say let's get into the pairings, and then we'll see where this sits now that we've had it.
Okay.
See if it changes our thoughts a little bit. So I just closed mine like an idiot. I do that a lot. Yeah. You started, then I started. You want to start this one? This one, I don't have any ties. I have it in the order that I'm going to keep it. And I think you might, I don't know. I don't want to say surprised, but I don't think it's going to go the way you think. But we'll see. Go ahead. You want to go back and forth?
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Start at
what's your fifth?
Number 5?
Yeah.
The Liga Privada 99 and H99 the Blantons was my number 5.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that one clearly did not make my list because of the Blantons.
Yeah.
I'm not a Blantons guy. I'm not a bourbon guy.
And me, because that H99 was so good that the pairing it wasn't that Blanton's is amazing, you know what I mean? Blanton's it's a good bourbon. I'm not gonna say it's the be all end all bourbons. It's not. But the pairing with those two went very, very well. I know that you don't like Blanton's. I mean, you don't like bourbon so much. So I remember you.
Now let me say this: I don't dislike the Blantons. It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's just I'm not a bourbon guy and I don't see the hype.
Yeah.
But it's not bad.
You did put your nose up in the air when it got beer. That episode, you drank beer afterwards.
But I'd have to try it again because I don't think it was so much that I disliked it. I think it was just not. I think I was enjoying the H99 too much to be. I don't want to say ruining it with bourbon, but it just wasn't. It didn't sit well, so I needed something different.
So that was my number 5.
Okay, so my number.
Make sure I have 1, 2.
My number 5 was the Casa Magna and the Balvenie.
The Vega Magna.
I put. You're probably right.
Vega Magna.
Vega Magna with the Balvenie.
That was a good pairing.
I don't know if I want to share that thought now. No, I'll wait to explain why. But that one, I will admit that I remember the cigar being good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember anything specific. I just remember that this was really good, obviously, and it was improving the cigar.
Okay.
So I'm not to downplay the Vega Magna at all. It was good, but that's what just made it a really good pairing. It was a good cigar with a great for me, great fucking drink.
Yeah.
So that was easily 5.
Makes sense.
4?
Number 4. The Quesada 2024 Oktoberfest Salomon and the Oktoberfest beer
Okay.
made number 4.
I think that's pretty self-explanatory to me, but explain it to them.
I mean, that cigar with any Oktoberfest beer paired perfectly. I mean, the Yingling was...
Even the bad one.
Yeah, even the bad beers that we drank went well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There was no sense of like, oh, this doesn't pair. No, all of the Oktoberfest beers paired with that cigar.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was phenomenal.
This one might surprise you just because of how much I talked it up. My number 4 is the Liga 10th with the Michters.
Okay.
Now, the reason I can justify it, the reason that it seems to be because the Liga is my number 1 cigar.
Yeah.
And I like the Michters, but the combination, even though it was good and it made number 4, it didn't combine well enough to put it higher.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Like the Michters didn't necessarily bring down the experience of the Liga, but I think the Liga will pair better with something else. So for that reason, I couldn't put it higher, but it was still a hell of a fucking print. Because the Michters, I loved that drink. Yeah. I can't wait to get it again.
Are you out already?
Oh, big time, dude! I was out like immediately. The ones that we've talked about that we liked.
Yeah.
I'm on my second bottle of M72 because that one, the first one was fucking gone immediately. So I'm on my second one. But yeah, the Michters was gone. Wait. No, yeah, it's definitely gone because I haven't, not unless it's in the back of my cabinet, I haven't paid attention, but I'm pretty sure it's gone. It was that good. So that's my number 4. 3.
So my number 3 is the Blackened M81 and the Blackened Batch 72 seasons. I'm sorry, that one was...
They're close, but not quite there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was my number 3 because it just paired so well. That pairing was phenomenal. Yeah. Only because we never had that 72 seasons. And I was kind of like, all right, let's see where this goes. Kind of like just open to everything, whatever was going to come out, good or bad. And it just blew my mind.
Yeah, it was good. My number 3 was this last one, the Cohiba Connecticut with the Macallan 12 sherry cask.
Yeah.
It, especially I can say this now more confidently, the Macallan it doesn't seem like it at the time, but it's light.
Yeah.
It's fairly light compared to something like this. Is spicier. This is a little harsher, if you will. The Macallan sherry is just so fucking smooth and sweet. And the Connecticut, we hit it out of the park with that one. That was a great pairing. It was a great planned pairing.
Yeah.
Now that we've had it, and I think that's the one you were saying that would be like your desert island pairing, like your retirement pairing is what we called it. But this is why I find it so weird because you're more of the stronger cigar, stronger drinks guy, but your top list tends to be lighter, and mine is the opposite because that's the number 3. But I'm liking this better.
Yeah.
Even though it's darker, so I found that funny as hell. But yeah, that would be my number 3.
Well, speaking of Cohiba and the Macallan 12 sherry. That's my number 2.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, so it's your retirement, but it's not your number 1?
No, because I went through the list and I went it over and over and over, and I was just like, kind of like, okay, it's really good. I really like that pairing. I love that Cohiba, how just the simplicity of that cigar. You know what I mean? It's not overpowering. It's not overwhelming. It's, you know what I mean? I could smoke it, morning, noon, and night. Doesn't matter. It's just that easy smoke.
Okay.
And the sherry, it's amazing. I love that sherry cask.
See, and that's why I'm saying this is tripping me the fuck out. My number 2 is the Blackened.
Okay. So we're off.
Really
we're off
weird.
by 1. I can't wait to hear what your number 1 is.
That's a trip. I'm interested in what your number 1 is because I thought it would be that one. That's your retirement pairing, but it's not number 1. Wait, so that being before you say which one, does that mean that this number 1 is the new retirement pairing, or is this still your number?
That's still my retirement pairing.
Okay, so for our show, the better. Okay, yeah, but the Blackened, which I find really funny because it's the darker of the 2, but yet that's my number 2 and your number 3. But yeah, like you said, it just paired. It's almost like they were designed that way. I don't know if they were. They might have been, but oh my God, dude. I thought the liquor was gonna knock me on my ass. I thought the cigar was gonna knock me on my ass, and the combination just didn't either. Like, it just did not do what I thought it would, and it was so fucking good. I actually hesitated putting at number 2 because I liked it that much. But there is something that when I thought about it, I'm like, no, I like this one better.
Yeah.
All right, let me have it.
Number 1. Are you ready?
I'm not.
Is you ready?
I'm not, but let me have it.
The Quesada, Vega, Magna, and the Balvenie 12.
So our lists are pretty similar. I think. Which one did you not have? Oh, the Blattens. Yeah. The H90 and the Blattens. So that's the only one that's different. It's just that they're in different order.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah.
I mean, I almost want to say I don't know if there's any justification for it. It makes total sense because I know how much you like the Vega Magna, and the Balvenie is fucking amazing. So it makes perfect sense. But what notes would you have for it?
It's that cigar. That Vega Magna is just, it's an amazing built cigar that, I mean, again, it's box worthy. You know what I mean? So that's one that I can regularly have. I'm not going to say that's going to be like my everyday smoke. That's kind of like, oh, it's Friday. Just want to smoke. Okay. I smoke something else throughout the week.
Right.
This will be like my Friday night smoke, my Saturday night smoke. You know what I mean? Okay. Something like that. But that Vega Magna, I really, really like it.
Okay. So question. What would you think about the Vega Magna paired with the Macallan Sherry?
Oh, I think that would be phenomenal.
Because a lot of people would make that assumption, but when you really think about it, like, is there anything about, because we had the sherry cask with the Connecticut.
Yeah.
The Cohiba Connecticut and the Vega Magna, those are they're pretty different.
Yeah.
So do you think it would still
I think so.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so because that Vega Magna is also, it's an easy smoke.
Okay.
Very flavorful. You know what I mean? And it's not like, to me, it's not like I think it's a full, if I'm not mistaken, or medium plus. But it's just like, it's so easy. It's like, for me, it's like a medium, like, it's an all around good smoke through and through.
Okay.
Beginning to end.
Okay. You want to take a wild guess at mine?
I don't know. the Great Cliff.
Jesus Christ. I don't know how much I can apologize, sir.
No, it's okay.
The Oktoberfest.
And the beer.
That, I don't think it's because I tend to be more of a beer guy. Like on my normal everyday drinking, I think I probably drink more beer than anything else.
Yeah.
But it's not that. It's just and this is why I waited till my number 1, to say this. Of all the things that are on my list, and I can go individually and tell you specifically. The number 5, the Casa Magna, or the Vega Magna and the Balvenie.
Yeah.
The Balvenie improved the cigar.
Yeah.
The 10th, the Liga 10th and the Michter was good, but the Liga 10th, that's what made the combination. The Cohiba Connecticut and the Sherry Cask, that one was a little more evenly paired, but the drink made the cigar better.
Yeah.
The Blackened, those are, again, pretty even, but they're like almost unfair because they're kind of designed that way.
Yeah.
The reason that the Oktoberfest to me is number 1 is because I can't do one without the other. Like I can enjoy the Oktoberfest,
but only because you've done that,
right? But those two were like a match made in heaven for each other. Like I just cannot, as much as I've enjoyed everything else that we've had for the most part, dude, that episode was fucking a blast to do for some. Like maybe it was because it was beer, but that pairing to me was just, it was perfect, absolutely fucking perfect. And the reason I say is because I can't imagine that Oktoberfest with anything else. I can't. Even with a Balvenie, even with a good scotch, it just will not, because I've tried it. I had it at the shop.
I did the same thing.
It was good, but
it just doesn't pair well.
It did not hit the same way as it did with that Oktoberfest beer. Like every single one, like we said, even the bad one was good.
Yeah.
That to me was just like the perfect pairing. Like that's my favorite episode that we've done ever. Best pairing that we've had on the show.
Well, we can't wait till next Oktoberfest, right?
Dude. Like seriously, like that's my new favorite holiday.
Yeah, Oktoberfest.
Yeah,
Oktoberfest.
between the cigar and the drinks. Oh my god, dude! I'm so looking forward to it. Now that being said, with this new pairing, those are still technically our tops for 2023.
Yeah.
Could this hypothetically replace anything on that list?
I think I would. I think it would probably push the H99 and the Blancens out because there's no way that I can do without the Oktoberfest. I can't do without the M81, the Cohiba, or the Vega Magna. So yeah, it would probably.
Okay.
It would still be in the top 5.
But at the bottom.
I don't know. Yeah, you know what? It would probably be number 5.
Okay.
I think so. You?
Mine is
it's still notable.
Mine's tougher because, my Balvenie is in the 5th spot anyway.
Yeah.
I would easily bump that for this. The Vega Magna and the Balvenie, easy. The Liga and the Michters, it's hard just because the Liga is so fucking good. But as far as a pairing, it could bump it. The Cohiba and the Macallan, even though it's a great pairing, I prefer this one. The Blackened is where I start hesitating. 3, easy. Yeah. Top 3, easy. But over the Blackened, it's really tough because the Blackened, both of them are really good. These, I think I prefer the Cohiba Black over the M81, and I definitely prefer the Balvenie over the M72. So it would probably easily hit number 2, but I can't put it over the Oktoberfest.
No, yeah, and that it was really hard for me to put that Oktoberfest, not on my list, but on top 3. That's the only, you know what I mean. It made number 4 only because it was really hard to push those other 3 out of the.
What was the 3? The third one?
The third one was the M81.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, so it was the Quesada, Balvenie, the Cohiba Macallan, Blackened, with the Blackened, and then the Quesada Oktoberfest. And then the 5th one was the Liga, the H99 with the Blancens.
I'll try to put both lists on our show notes. Because, I mean, it's unless they're writing it down, they're just going to be like, what the fuck did he say? Which one was it?
Yeah.
So I'll try to put, it should be,
and I'll send you
it
the
should be
pictures.
pretty, yeah, it should be pretty easy to, I mean, it's just a screenshot.
Well, how much do you have left? You want to put water in it now?
You want to cheat it a little bit?
Well, I'm just saying, and then we can go straight into the whiskey girl. Unless you want to wait. You know, it's up to you.
I say we do that.
Yeah?
I think we can stray a little bit just for this. Ooh, it's warming up the bottle.
It is?
Ooh, I think that might have been too much, but I don't care. All right.
Then let me.
Which is actually a perfect amount.
Yeah, I think so.
Sorry about the noise, the clanking. Best episode ever.
Slowly. That's what I kept saying in my head. Slowly. That's what I did.
Ooh, but I don't know. I don't know what to expect. Did it change the smell? Yeah. Changed the smell quite a bit, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I think I need more Balvenie.
Cheers to that. Wait a second. Maybe we shouldn't have put this one off.
What the? Ah. I'm conflicted here.
A little bit. Wait, hold on a second.
Right?
Yeah. I'm glad we didn't skip this part.
You know what I would end up doing? I'm in my backyard enjoying the scotch regardless of the cigar at this point. Whatever the cigar is, I could see myself pouring that like we just did straight to start than having this the rest of the night.
Yeah. I can see that.
Just because if I have it straight, I'm going to get nice and groovy.
Yeah.
Too soon, I think I would do it just to be able to enjoy it longer.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because, dude, that's crazy fucking good. Second, third, final thoughts. Which is a little unfair because, well, I mean, the water going from just water to this, it's unfair anyway.
Yeah.
But
it still pairs well.
Yeah.
It's still, and it right now, that bitterness is dissipated, and it was just those couple hits that I got. Now it's just very smooth. So I think I'm getting to where you're at as far as the smoothness of the cigar.
Yeah.
And the pairing of the Balvenie with that splash of water. Just, I would prefer the Balvenie straight. And I think that's where the maybe the bitterness, with that water and the cigar kind of like made that connection was just not there.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense? So I'd rather have it straight and just continue smoking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm going to start off with a note on this. That right now that you said that, it made me think that's what it is. Most of the time, scotches especially, even bourbons, but mostly scotches, water opens it up.
Yeah.
It waters it down, of course. You're obviously doing that, but it opens up the flavors. This one doesn't. It just makes it easier to drink.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So for that reason, I want to go back. It's got so much good flavor, and I just don't want to drown that out. So I would prefer it straight up. The cigar itself, it does exactly what it did the last time. That it started off with that tinge of like harshness, and then just that's it, done.
And then all the way
it's
through,
just gonna coast. It's on cruise control right now. I'm really looking forward to that final third to see how it changes. Mm-hmm. But like we've always said, that it's a little unfair because we started drinking. We're gonna do the whiskey grill, so it's changing anyway. The best review for just the cigar would be water all the way through, but that's never gonna happen.
Well, I mean, we could have. It's dry July or dry January, right?
The fuck it is. I know somebody that's doing that shit, and I'm like, the fuck are you talking about?
Right.
I can't wait to fucking drink.
Right.
Yeah. But, so all right. So that's our second third. We will be back after
this quick break.
And we're back. I hope I can pour this in halves.
I'm a little flustered. Hold on. Let me just breathe.
Actually,
it's cold. Here.
Pour yours.
No, just go back and forth.
Because I'm going to drink it from here.
Are you? All right.
You always tell me to.
Well. Is that about?
That's good.
Yeah. Okay. I'll put this back. The whiskey grill.
The whiskey grill.
Oh, thank you.
I'm holding, you're talking.
So, the whiskey grill. It's actually become a staple in our show.
Mm-hmm.
Only because of how much it opens up anything that we're drinking.
Mm-hmm.
I would say like 90% of everything that we're drinking from the whiskey grill is enhanced in a good way. The other 10%, it's not that it's in a bad way, but it dulls it down. It's kind of like adding water to whatever you're drinking.
Right.
But mostly it just makes it better.
I would actually say the percentage is a little higher. I think it's 95 and 5.
Probably like 95, yeah.
Yeah, because it's I think in just one, maybe two, that were just like, it's not bad, but it's not better.
Yeah.
Everything else has pretty much been better. It just changes it. I don't know if it would be, I would say better than the original, but it gives it just a whole different complexity to it. That's just like, oh shit, it's definitely something that you want to try with your favorite drink.
Yeah. It opens it up so good.
Let's see how it did with this one, shall we?
Let's try. Cheers.
To you, sir. Bink. To you guys. Tink, tink.
I definitely say it's a little bit more oaky.
I'm getting everything that I liked from the neat,
Mm-hmm.
I can't help but wonder if it was good and then watered and then back to good. I can't tell the difference right now between neat and this. So I can't help but wonder if it's the cold.
It is a little cold. I'm shaking in my britches right now.
Yeah, you can't see it, but I'm like a little chihuahua over here.
So am I.
I think I had a bit of a
Lull.
grooviness, like the alcohol was kind of kicking in there a little more than I would like, and now I'm just back to normal.
Yeah.
So I just ate a little something.
Oh, I didn't clean your palate.
Yeah, yeah. Let me do that real quick.
It kicked the sweetness up a notch, but
They
then
brought it back.
Yeah, and that
But that's what I'm saying. I don't know if the water drowned it out, and now it's just back to normal, or if it's more.
Yeah, I could see that.
I can't make that distinction.
It's a little bit just more oaky. I get more oakiness. Woody.
Peaty. It's for me.
Peaty?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's peatier than the neat. It's definitely the lonja lighter.
Look, so I was gonna say that it is warm though. Oh, it's warm. It's a hand warmer now.
Yeah, there you go. It's not bad. It changes it,
but not too much.
Not in a bad way necessarily. It's just not my preference. I would much rather
straight.
Yeah, I to the point where if you're enjoying it enough, I would rather give this to you and just have some neat to finish off the episode, or power through this, just shoot it because there's not a whole lot. There's probably a good drink left, and then get to fin because I want to make sure that okay, yeah,
the profile of the Balvenie is where you want where you expect it to be.
Yeah, I really hesitate to say it in a negative sense just because I love the Whiskey Girl to death. This is one that I probably wouldn't do it on a regular basis.
No. Maybe if you're starting and ending and just drinking straight out of the Whiskey Girl.
I think I could do that. I think I could start off with the Whiskey Girl, move on to watered, and then finish neat.
Okay, yeah.
Because, I mean, it has to be a three drink night. I mean,
right? Why not?
That's duh. I think I'm going to do that.
Okay. Okay, me too.
It doesn't have.
There was no the spiciness was there, but it wasn't like harsh.
Yeah. I was about to say that it's not that harshness that I'm always talking about that you corrected me as spiciness.
I mean, because we literally just took half a shot of scotch, and it was fine. So, if you want to take shots of scotch, do it out of the Whiskey Girl.
Yeah, yeah. We didn't do it with the Macallan.
Imagine doing like a bourbon shots with the Whiskey Girl, like a shooter.
Guys, make some Whiskey Girl shot glasses. That's a hell. But you need to let it sit for just a little bit so it can pick up some of that. Oh shit, that's probably too much. Damn. Uh-oh. Don't pour too much because I might give you mine. Yeah, right. Ooh, this Balvenie. You are dangerous and I love you. We're good. Okay. So let's go back to our script real quick.
And I'm gonna throw it at you. Just kidding.
There's a whole lot of throwing. But this time for real. Pairing thoughts, final third. Okay.
Great pairing.
Now that we're closer to the end, is it still? Will it still fit in your top 5?
I think so. Yeah,
the same.
I think so. I think mine's got. I'm back to that bitterness again. Oof. I don't know what it is. You know what I mean? Because it's good. I remember the first time we smoked it, it was consistent throughout. I mean, the first light up was a little bit heavier, a little bit of like peppery, very spicy.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, it was consistent all the way through. Now, for some reason, it was good, and then it got bitter, and then it got good, and now I just got a little bit of more bitterness.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So I don't know if it's because of the weather, because I'm freezing my nuts off. I'm a little cold.
Yeah.
We got a little heater. You know, I was reluctant to put the big heater on.
Yeah.
I think it would have just been too hot with that. but I think I'm just a little bit cold.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, and it makes a difference.
just a little.
But it doesn't diminish any of it. It's really good. Price points.
Oh shoot, price points. I don't know where the bag's at, but we're looking at about right under $80 for the Balvenie.
And the Macallan was about the same.
About the same, 85. I know that the Macallan's sherry.
For the same price, I'll go Balvenie.
You see, I'm more like biased towards Macallan, and
I could see that.
I would do that, but that'd be a hell of a party. You bring the Balvenie, I'll bring the Macallan.
There you go. Okay, price point for the Cohiba Black was
about 20-ish bucks. Yeah, right on the $20 cusp. It's a little hard because there's a lot of $20 cigars that are great.
I'm comparing it to the Liga.
It's about $20, right? We said, or 25?
Yeah.
Did we say 25?
No, I think it's like 22-ish.
Okay.
But it's still fairly close.
Yeah.
For the price, since price isn't, they're comparable.
Yeah.
I would go Balvenie. Oh my God, Balvenie and a Liga. Oh,
That'd be a good pairing.
I don't know though, because they're both so good. I don't know if one would overpower the other one. That's my hesitation. So I would actually say, off the top of my head, a Liga with a Penelope.
Okay.
Or the Cohiba Connecticut with the Balvenie.
I could see that.
Just because I don't want one to overpower the other. I keep doing that. I'm sorry. It's really weird that I'm more of the darker side because I could easily do this pairing, and you would do the
lighter,
the Connecticut and the sherry. But you can't go wrong with either one.
No,
they're so fucking good.
Yeah.
Well, there's the final thoughts.
There you go.
We're going to leave it there because we'll go on forever.
Yeah.
So, guys, thank you for joining us. Thank you for putting up with us. And pick up some Balvenie.
Yes.
And the Cohiba Black. Let us know your thoughts in the comments, please. Some interaction would be great.
Yeah.
Make sure you go listen to the uncut. All the ramblings that you don't see in the video.
Yes.
Trust me, there's a lot.
There's a lot.
Drink safe.
Safely drink.
Do stuff safely and be safe. Drink responsibly.
Yes.
Please drink responsibly.
Yes.
But remember, you can't wake up hungover.
If you're still drunk. Cheers to you. And cheers to you. Happy New Year.